Welcome back to the Cepheid Variable. It's Chris here, your referee for this fine traveler story that we're weaving for you. Before we hop into the action, I want to thank our Patreon folks. If you're interested in becoming one of them fine folks, well, you can head on to our show notes, and there's a link to our Patreon. It's $3 a month. That's all we charge. And if you become a member, you might be able to see some sneak peek of some character art. So, we have Taylor, Drowrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, H-O-V-O, Jeremy, Ben, and Garth. Thank you guys for your support. We appreciate y'all. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this episode. There's a couple more retcons in there. We mixed up a name or two. They get ironed out. But after this, everything should be pretty squaresy. So yeah, that's all I got. You guys have fun. We left off with Blex, B3, traveling to the labs, talking with his data friend.
Digital friend.
Digital friend.
Yeah.
His digital
Which
short.
we can even name him Digital Friend.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
DF.
DF. Yeah.
Yeah.
DF on the DL. Because not everyone knows he's there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you talk with him out loud, or do you talk with him in your mind? Like, if they're around and you're talking to him, is it neural, or do you out loud talk to him?
People are... So I think Blex kind of got picked on a lot. So when people are around him, he definitely does it with thought, because you can control your neural comm and hyperjack with thought.
That's cool.
But when he's alone, he probably just does it audibly, just out of habit.
Right, yeah.
Damn.
Cool. So we see you got a couple clues. Sounds like some of the sensors were turned off for about 2 hours. And then when they turned on, like in the last, about 20 minutes after, they caught some sort of blip on Sheraton 4.
Which, so with my... I don't know. I guess we haven't really talked about the job. I don't know what my expertise is on the ship. Would I take that to be like someone turned the sensors off and then a bunch of people went down and then that's what the sensors started picking up?
You would probably get the sense that the sensor was turned off because someone had to manually stop receiving.
Like maybe that's not that it malfunctioned, but it was shut.
So either somebody on
that's likely.
Here on this ship did it, or somebody down there did it when they landed. You don't know.
Able to get that information from the network like I have been with
because you got like a 15 on your roll or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
Well,
and it should have been 16. I actually left one off. I apologize.
Well, that changes everything.
Hey, there are degrees of success.
I know that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So with
tell the listeners.
So
I read the rules.
I'm gonna guess that the sensor shut off at the planet.
No, the sensor was shut off from the ship.
Oh no!
From inside
the house.
From the Orcellian.
Yes, the Orcellian.
The sensors are coming from inside the station.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Someone in the ship turned the sensor off.
By the way,
you could see And I was saying with that roll,
was like, did they have a login?
Absolutely.
Even if it was like admin.
It's encrypted. It looks like it's like somebody tried to do it and like cover themselves up.
Plebeians.
What was that noise?
What was that?
It was a plebeian. Like they tried to cover it up, but they didn't know that we had a Blex on our side.
Exactly.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so the blam would be like from Blex.
The plebeian.
Yeah.
Where's the pla from? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Plebeian's just it's the reverse of patrician. It's like patrician's like the oligarchy and plebeians.
Plebeian?
Yeah. Well, I actually think
plebeian.
Yeah, I forget that now. I forget what the correct pronunciation.
Talking about plebes?
Yeah.
Like the serfs.
I'm pretty sure plebe is the wrong way to say it, and that it's plebeian is the correct way. Only plebeians call plebeians plebes.
You have a bane to every role for the future of this game.
Is that the new T-shirt?
Did it happen? All right, sick. We got that out of the way.
I don't know what you just said.
Oh my god!
I do, and I hate that I know it.
All right, guys.
There's like a GIF versus GIF argument.
It is GIF for
no
everyone.
point during that rambling. Did you make any points?
Well, as a wise man once said, "Are we bussing or are we sussing?"
Yeah, hell yeah.
We need to write all these down.
Yeah.
We have a recording.
Touche.
Yeah, Copilot transcript.
Toots.
Touche.
All right. Yeah, so you're able to kind of like you start digging through.
Is it our tour?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Maybe our good buddy Brent pops up again. Found some extra data here for you.
Oh.
And he winks when he says that.
Looks at the camera. And winks.
I'm like, good one, Brent. What's up?
And he's just like, looks like the sensor itself was overridden while Yasmin was tied into the system.
Damn, she was logged
A
in.
saboteur?
I'm not quite sure the reasoning behind it, but I'm just letting you know that it was under her computer login.
Usurper.
That was done.
I'll keep
Pulling some of the back data. It looks like it was trying to cover up as if to hide who it was from, but it looks like it came from her computer.
I'll keep that information off of the general comms that we have set up. I'll send them like the moon sensor data over. I'm sorry, not the moon, but the planet. Before. And then I'll call Zander and then let him know that information and then send over.
Nice,
so you let me know that like the sensor was like purposely shut off for 2 hours.
Yes,
because you're
right,
the
that's good find.
in the security.
No,
security officer.
No, I'm just military. I'm actually in like sensors and everything. This would be part of my. This would be something I would be very interested to know.
In that case, I think I probably would tell everybody. I thought you were like a security officer. I think I would make a note to everybody that like it looks like Yasmin for whatever reason turned off and that happened.
I guess my first question, because I
Doesn't
forgot
sound
from
like
this,
her, but
she's an alky apparently. So, so what I didn't get from the info dump was, and so this is me just asking you, is like, when was that corresponding to when the crew left? I don't know the gap of time between when that event occurred and the crew eventually left.
It was probably, like, if you look at everything, probably within, like, the day.
Okay.
Like, around that time. Like, this happened, and then it took them time to, like talk about it.
Yeah.
You assume then they mobilized and went down. So it was a pretty quick response.
Close enough that we could consider it some kind of catalyst. But
yes, you would think that those two events are correlated. Maybe there's some causation there. You don't know.
Yeah. And I think we answered this, but I forgot, is how long does it take to get there from here? I think that's generally something we'd know.
Yeah, I think it's about, like, maybe a day travel.
Okay.
So.
Got it.
Okay.
That's when I was kind of thinking, like, if you guys have the starship, you're going to go through a little bit of a, I don't think you're getting into the drift at that point, but you're going to go, it can fly pretty far.
That delay is crazy. So even if we did something, like, we would still be at least a day behind.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, and the guy, whoever we talked to, did tell us to come to the planet.
We did. He was super friendly.
Which also means that whatever we check in inventory, we know if they stocked the ship for.
Yeah, so we cut over to you guys in inventory. You're digging through stuff. You know that obviously Tiffany is a meticulous hound for inventory.
Yes.
Never once had to worry about inventory being misplaced because she will track it down.
Yes.
I based her solely off of a lady I used to work with at a flooring company. Who was everything the world was melting if she was missing a plank of wood. And you had to find that plank of wood before anything else above anything.
Ooh.
So it was annoying, but she was really good at her job. And I will be the first to admit that. But fuck, was she annoying to work with sometimes. And so, you start going through her logs, you're looking through everything, and you see that, they checked out cold weather gear, like, parkas, that kind of thing, like environmental suits, essentially, because they're going down to a cold planet. They checked out, didn't look like they brought maybe a day, 2 days worth of rations. So it seems like they're good. It seemed like it was going to be a quick trip. Like they were going to go down then come back. So whatever food services they needed, they checked out dehydrated food or whatever. It looks like they probably packed enough to be down there for roughly 2 days before they were going to come back up.
When did they leave compared to now? Has
about 2 days ago.
About 2 days ago.
Yeah. And then as you kind of go through and look, they would only be things in the warehouse you would have track of. Mm-hmm. So that would be the only, like, that's really the things that stand out, like environmental suits, a couple things of rations, and then probably like flashlights, those kind of things, like anything emergency wise, like, maybe a generator, that kind of stuff, but nothing.
This might be a stupid question. I'm assuming that there are specific suits for the different races of crew.
Yes, there would be.
Okay.
So they would have one, like, and you guys would have got tailor fitted when you got here. Like, they would have given you a suit, tailor fitted it, or like at least fit to you, like your size. Same with like a matching jump shoot.
Military issue.
That's fine. But they would have given you one when you got there.
Got it.
Because they know that if you ever have to go down to the planet, they wanted everybody to be stocked in case of something like this happening, like their life storms picked up. You guys would know that some of you would have to go investigate. Mm-hmm. Now, why all of them went, that you don't know.
Right. Okay. And did we check to see? The spaceship, the Obsidian, that was set to like autopilot, right? That was like it was just running. It was someone set it to run by itself.
Like the station itself?
The station itself. It was like set to autopilot for 2 days?
Kind of seems like it, yeah.
Well, I mean, I would gather we don't need to pilot the station. It just sits in some kind of orbit in the system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would just,
Life support zone?
Yeah, life support, everything's on. Like, it seemed like they were going to, again, you don't know why they all left. Like, you would know standard protocol in this situation would have been they would probably pick a team of like 4 to send down.
Yeah.
Like
instead of the whole
whole, yeah. So that definitely seems odd that the whole crew went.
Right.
Because even like now with you guys, it's always usually 4 are sent on, leave and then come back. So
I think the first thing after she checks this out, she like points at the logs and then like looks at over at Coinbitter. I forget your first name.
Jedt.
And she's just like, why would they leave with 2 days rations?
Well, the way I took that is like either they thought it would be a quick trip or they really didn't grab much because they intended to stay and they think there's actually sustenance there, which
I think the next thing she would say, like she would like barely wait till you finished and then she'd be like, Blex, are you there?
Yeah, check in.
Can you see which person on the crew authorized the departure and can we talk to the ship on the planet as of right now? Can we locate it, like the exact position?
And I'm mentally thinking all of this in clear thought over to Brent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Brent can hear it too.
Eavesdropper.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in your brain.
Yeah, you're right. We do have an agreement where he doesn't, on my personal comm data, he only responds to what I tell him. He doesn't just listen into my calls. Yeah.
I just know why it just goes to The Simpsons where it's like, don't check my brain between 4 and 5. That's Willie's time. Brett, you don't want to be on there right now. It's gonna get freaky.
Yeah.
Understood?
He's like, have you tried a grapefruit? Just warm it up in the microwave.
Brent goes in. He just kind of looks up. So you wanted to know who authorized it.
Yeah, who authorized it, and can we talk to the ship
right
now?
Yeah. So you see Brett kind of looks through. He's like, I don't see anything here out of line. The captain authorized the ship to go. Code number, 7834, gives you some sort of code string. It's like, and as for now, the ship is core. We have coordinates for the ship. Yes, it's still landed there on the planet. Nothing's changed there. But, the sensors on the ship, I can't really tell you a whole lot. So.
Yeah, I mean, the footage that I saw showed them all leaving.
Fishy.
So they're all leaving. They seem to be in, like they did it intentionally. Yeah.
When we called them and he was like, oh, let me go get Tiffany and then never came back.
Yeah.
Which was like a classic move I've done several times.
Yeah.
Like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Did we call the ship that landed or did we call
You called the ship that landed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so.
And we don't really know who even answered. So
they wouldn't. We kept asking, and they just wouldn't.
It was a voice you guys had never heard.
He refused to identify himself, no matter how many times I kept asking him, "Who are you?"
And it's been 2. I mean, you guys have been on the ship for 2 years. You know how everybody sounds.
Yeah,
and we do. I mean, science stuff,
And I'm like warehouse
stuff.
Communication.
Comms. Damn. So no like security officer that
No.
can keep us safe.
Yeah. So
I mean,
think
I'm not a security
Oh, yeah,
officer,
but
like,
you were military.
military.
You know. Okay. Yeah.
you're like a Jack Reacher.
Yeah. Sick.
No, very much not.
Yeah.
Yes. No DM to strength and a -1 on dex.
Oh,
You can shoot people though.
I can shoot people.
I'm pretty good at punching people.
Okay. Well, you're the Jack Reacher then.
Yeah.
So, my apologies.
I'll get behind Toots.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to be behind Toots.
Yeah. You're the Jack Reacher.
She has a spacesuit on, so anyone that's just...
Yeah, whoa.
I was gonna make that joke too about Tyler.
Yeah,
but I
okay, yeah. That's not, there you go. Oh, never. I will always make the joke.
No, that's good. I'm glad. I appreciate it. So I think you guys, you can definitely, the coordinates where the ship landed is still where it's at.
Okay.
Cool.
And it seems like, I think Brett would even be like, it's only pretty close to where whatever this anomaly was, the ship landed.
Okay.
The anomaly being whatever
whatever
blip
the
for like
yes,
15 minutes?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's much other information we're gonna get.
Yeah, so I think at this point you would probably start thinking like Yasmin has something to do with it, right?
I mean, assuming this is all talked to, he would
So
think,
maybe you check
potentially Yasmin.
Maybe check her place.
That'll be the next thing he does.
Yeah.
I still want to check the captain's.
You have the captains. Tiffany made a call to somebody that you don't know. You have that log, so you might check something there.
Oh, I will. I will check her station for whatever I can.
You would have been at her station, but yeah, when you guys were there, so no one really has like a. I guess you do have stations that are your stations, but like they're not yours, right? Like
we just
other people use them. Yeah, but okay. So you go to the captain's quarters,
and what I'm looking for is specifically underwear. No, a written log, like handwritten, because his thought process right now is like, we don't know what the hell actually happened.
Sure,
we know something was shut down. Somebody sent out a signal, whatever. But everything looks above board in terms of what was requisitioned for the ship.
Yeah,
everything.
Sense. Yeah.
So it sounds like everything was digitally covered up.
Give me an investigate roll as you investigate her room.
I got nothing in investigate. So is that at a -3?
You know it.
Oh boy. Well, that's still a 7.
That's a failure.
She doesn't have a physical log.
I really want to make a poop joke, and I'm not going to.
But...
Cody, get on it.
Yeah.
No, you don't find anything like let's say you find like a journal, but there's nothing of like day-to-day like work stuff in there.
Okay, it was a long shot, but like that's just first thoughts. I don't trust these sensors right now.
So I kind of missed. So Tiffany made a call to an unknown number, was it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
There was a communications from Tiffany to an unknown number.
Yeah,
you guys have the number obviously, but you don't know what it is. Yasmin seemed to have blacked out part of this shut off community comms for a certain area on this ship, this planet. Going over, you go through the captain's quarters. You find, like I said, you find a journal. You find
if I've been here for 2 years, I feel like I would know the captain at least like decently well.
Yeah.
Does it look? And this may be kind of too specific of a question. You let me know. But does it look like there's something left here that I think she wouldn't have left if she was like not planning to come back?
That's a good question.
Like I guess,
and if you would have passed, I'd totally give you that.
That's fair.
I will say, because I mean, you barely failed, right? Like it's like there's the levels of success. Like this isn't a complete utter abject failure. You just missed a little bit. So I will say, the one thing that you notice that is out of place is that like her firearm. Like her side, like her pistol, is still like in its holster, like hung up on the wall.
I think that's something I would clock as a military person. Also,
right? Yeah, you would think you're like she's going somewhere. Like there's something happened. You figure that, they would have brought a weapon.
Yeah,
just to be safe.
I think
seems suspicious.
After that, you should probably check like Yasmin's. And see
that's exactly what I was going to do. Like, go check Yasmin. The station she normally used.
You going to check her room or her station?
Well,
you're over in like the quarters now.
let's check her room.
Okay.
Because that's actually way smarter. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're learning this game. I'm going to be a little helpful for a little bit.
But I'm going to look for the same kind of thing as I was looking for in the captain's quarters. Like, not a physical log, because I wouldn't care what she does. Although, unless actually she
You're
gets a
straight
journal.
to the toilet.
Yeah.
Big old
Juvenile.
Physical log, yeah.
Big old dude.
You find a big physical
But then
log.
anything out of place. Like
Sure.
like similar to that. So you want another roll on that?
Do you want to let the people know what you're looking for?
Sorry,
Maybe if someone has...
I would communicate this as well. Like,
Yeah,
this is what I'm looking for. Let them know. It seems odd. The captain left her firearm here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but it's definitely off.
Does anybody here have like a investigator or a skill that might be
I
good
was
for
gonna
this?
say-
I put like a 0 next to it.
Cool. So it means when you roll, you don't take a negative
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
So I have a
Toots, get up here.
yeah, I have a 1, and so like I was
We need to check
already
for a log.
I was already gonna like I was interested in Tiffany.
Sure. So you want to go check her room?
because she was like part of my warehouse and stuff. So I think once
It was Elsa, not Tiffany. I got to get that right. Elsa
from
the comms team.
Okay, so Elisa
Did what?
from
What did she
the
do?
comms team.
She's the one that had the call, not Tiffany.
Okay,
I apologize.
Yeah, that makes sense. Communication.
I'm clearing Tiffany's name. It's Elsa.
All right.
Elsa's the one that made the call to the unknown number. So you have Elsa's room and Yasmin's room.
So Yasmin's at least login was used to shut down sensors
Yes.
for 2 hours, and then after that, there was a 15-minute signal.
Yes.
And then after that,
there was a call.
Elsa made a call.
Yes.
Got it. So yeah, I think I'm piggybacking. Now I'm like, okay, there's some leads. So I go and help with this. So I'm going to go investigate
Sure.
whatever at this
Okay.
point.
So I'll let whoever's going to look at Yasmin's room give me a roll. Sound like maybe Zander and Toots.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do a skill chain.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh.
Let's do a skill chain.
Damn.
So you're all probably thinking, Cody doesn't look like he knows what's going on here.
No.
Jake, you want to get in on the skill chain action too? Once you're done, take your notes.
I don't know how I can. I'm
You have
trying
investigate or
to...
anything?
No.
Okay.
I don't have any investigate, and I feel like I'm in a different part, but...
Yeah.
No, it's cool.
So task chain.
Yes, a task
Yeah,
chain.
if I don't have a reason to be separate, like if
How about we'll just have everybody
Okay.
do the task chain here,
Okay.
and
So-
that will kind of compound.
So
what
this,
you're-
I think, will it's going to hurt more than it's going to help. But hey, we're going to play the
So
game.
what it is Tyler is going to start us off here. He's going to make his roll, and then depending on how his roll does, that's going to give a DM bonus to Meesha's roll, and then
Or-
depending on how Meesha's
or
Bane or both,
Bane.
yeah, depending on his roll, it's going to affect Meesha's roll. And then Meesha makes a roll, and depending on her roll, it affects your roll, Cody. So target number 8.
All right. And now
Here we go.
Investigate still.
Investigate. Yep.
Hey, nailed it by getting a 12 on the die. and
Damn.
-3, that is a 9.
So okay, I think that gives you a
So-
+1.
Yes.
Misha's roll.
It's 0, effect 0.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get a +1.
Oh no, it'll be effect 1 because it's 1 more. So you had 8.
Is it?
Target number 8. So that's where.
I thought,
Oh no, 1 to 5 is.
oh, actually, you're right. An average success. 0 is
Yeah.
marginal
So
success.
right here it says it succeeded with effect 1 or 5.
So it's
but-
+2.
So no, this is you just succeeded with effect 0 because I think effect on this would be 0 to 4 is what gives you after that.
Well, no, to find the effect, subtract the target number from the dice roll of the check.
Right.
So
You rolled
I
a
rolled a
9.
9.
It was an 8, so it's +1.
So it's 1. So my effect is 1.
Yeah.
Effect 1 through 5 on a task chain, you get a +2.
Cool. There you go.
Okay.
So all right. So you get a plus. So let's go through your numbers here. Make sure we got everything right. You investigate, which is a 0.
Yes.
What characteristic are you going to add to this? Are you going to add your education? What do you think would be a good idea for this? Because that's going to factor into what you roll.
Isn't investigate always the same characteristic? Or not?
It might be.
I mean, you can make an argument for
Oh, I
different
see, I see,
stuff
I see.
Yeah.
in different situations.
I feel like nothing else would make sense
my
except
strength.
for education.
Well, yeah, you got to lift up everything to look
I'm
underneath
gonna
it.
punch a
Yeah.
hole in the wall.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Pull the
like,
wires out.
Yeah, I gotta use my brute strength. Strength. I'm gonna use my strength.
So typically, you're searching this would be a crime scene. I'm just looking at that one there. So it is intelligence to add to it.
Okay.
But there's just certain things. Yeah. So investigate check. Yeah, it's gonna take you a 1 an intelligence plus investigate.
Okay. I have a +0 on intellect, so just +2 after I rolled.
Yep.
2
So you got a
D6.
2d6.
Yep.
Plus 2.
Okay.
Plus the 2 from Tyler. And that's what you get. That's gonna be your roll. So you have a +4 to this essentially.
Oh really?
With +2 from intellect, right?
Oh,
No,
you
I
used plus zero from
said
info.
I plus 0.
So yeah, then you just have it's just a +2 from Tyler then.
Okay.
So target number 8.
So I got a 10.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's 2 success. So Cody,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a +2 to yours as well. So because it's effect 1 through 5, so you get a +2 to your roll. So what's your investigate?
So my investigate's 1.
Okay, and what's your intelligence?
It is 1. Yeah.
Okay, so you have
That's
right now a
+4.
+4 to your roll.
Nice. All right. Okay, I see how this is going. Wow, I'm glad we got good modifiers. Oh wait, no, that is a 6. Oh, nice. So it's 8 plus 4, so it's a 12.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna roll to see how long it's gonna. So it takes an hour, like 1d6 hours for you guys to do all this. So
1d6 hours.
yeah,
Holy
6
shit.
hours. But because you're
Yeah.
huge success, I'm gonna cut down to 3.
Nice.
As you guys like really get in there.
We
and
work
search.
over all these rooms.
Yeah, you guys are going through all this stuff. It's going to take a
Okay,
little
nice.
bit. So if you want to say, you could join them, or it's something along the line. Like by this time, Willie walks out with his sandwich. It's like, what y'all doing? And you're just like, look at you. Like, I'm headed back to the ship now. You see him waddle
Thanks,
over
Willie.
there. In your search of this room,
Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna say you go over like everything. You're digging into everything you can. You find in Yasmin's room. You start digging through her stuff, and you find, we'll say that she's got, there's a lot of credits there for someone who's on the ship. Like you find them kind of like a stored in like a I don't know if credits are like like a stack of like cards, or if they're like a USB card in this world.
But I mean,
we'll find you find like a cred chip with like a couple probably like 30,000 creds on it.
Damn.
I think I don't know if people would notice, but Toot would definitely be looking at that a little bit longer than normal person.
That seems out of
looking at
place.
that.
But
like finding a couple stacks of $100 bills in your buddy's
Exactly.
basement for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Right.
This is weird.
Exactly. Yeah, you're looking at it, it's like, that's a lot of money for somebody who's been out here for, if she's been over 3 or 4 years. You're not really making that much here.
Right.
Well, you have a steady pay that you're getting, but it's nothing that much.
Yeah.
And then the other thing you find on here is this, it's a little tiny baggie with this looks like glitter in it. Like a gold glitter.
So she had a YouTube channel for space makeup.
Could be.
ASMR slime making channel.
Kind of hold that up and look at it.
Yeah.
We don't recognize what it is.
No, it's like maybe a little tiny bag like that big. As I hold my fingers up, and you folks out there listening,
dime bag.
It's about dime bag size, maybe. Huh.
Yeah, it's probably like a little 2-inch, 3-inch bag, little baggie of.
Did it
glitter.
have a Batman logo?
Does not
all
have
over
a
it?
Batman logo on it. It's got a dolphin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pink dolphins were the rage back then.
So we don't recognize it. Blex is. Are you here at this point, or are you still doing your own thing?
I'll say I'm here. Did you guys need me to go to the science?
I mean, we kind of, I guess, glossed over what you'd be doing while we're searching these rooms. But.
Yeah, because I can be either.
I think
place,
he was
don't
like,
care.
yeah. I think you go in there, you would find these sensors and everything. Everything's up and running as is.
Cool. So then, I'd join back with the group.
So
I
anybody
could have
recognize
you
what
and
this
Brett
is?
would have been doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see. Give me a.
I mean, that's definitely drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought as well.
If it's drugs, then Toot probably can roll something to identify.
I would say maybe. What's a good thing here?
Some kind of science? No?
Yeah, maybe a science. What's everyone got for sciences?
Nothing for me, but I have good education that I could add to it.
I have no science.
Yeah.
I have cybernetics and biology.
Oh, you could be a biology
There
roll.
you go. Should we do it? Can I add to that potentially? I think I can.
You want to do a task
do
chain?
you think I could use education for the modifier there?
Yeah,
Right.
I think that would make sense.
Okay.
You learned it. Education or intelligence makes the most sense.
Cool. Yeah, I'll use it.
So you want to do a task chain to help him?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have my biology.
It's 11,
programming.
11 for my contribution here.
Okay. Cool. So that's going to give him a +3.
Oh, damn.
Because that is higher than 8.
So I have a +7.
Right. So no, it +2. Sorry.
Plus two. I was gonna say plus
Because
two
it's
sounds
1 to 5 is the effect would be a +2. So
plus 2. There you go.
So I can't roll snake eyes. I didn't.
Okay.
5 plus 7, so I got 12.
Cool, perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this is definitely some sort of drug. You are absolutely 100% correct there. You're looking at this, and you're racking your brain, and I'm not going to make any assumptions of what Blex does on his downtime. But the planet that you guys kind of go to, the area you guys go to hang out on, like, staycation, you know, you get away, you go to this one area. You know from looking at this and maybe some of the clubs you've been to or some of the people you've dealt with, it definitely looks like something that's called spice. Something that you've heard. Wow. Which is like a hallucinogen, essentially. Like, you take this and from what I'm not saying you did this, but what Blex knows is that essentially, you know, people are on it because their pupils, like, basically splinter into a bunch of, like, look like a bunch of stars within the eye, and they just, like, fucking trip out and see wild shit. And, like, they're kind of, like, sedentary. Like, you don't get up a whole lot. You just, like, have these, like, crazy intense visuals.
Holy shit, that's cool.
Like,
you know when
numb
you see
yourself.
spice heads?
Man. Would I know it to be like a cheap drug or an expensive drug?
It's like middle ground.
Okay.
Like, I think it's like probably online with like,
There's
you know,
like quality.
get like a little bit of Coke, you're
Yeah.
good. Like you're not, like it could be expensive if you buy a lot, but
Okay.
It's
I
not.
would have a question about that.
Sure.
If he could identify it, do you know if it's severely addictive? Because an addict would not leave that behind.
It looks empty, the bag.
The bag.
There's a little bit in there.
Oh,
It looks
then-
like, you don't know how much like you're supposed to take. Like, I don't think, unless he does, he's done it before.
I mean, you never know.
Lex would know.
But yeah,
from the
do
people
I
he
know,
talked to.
Because like I know that crack is extremely addictive. So would I know, like, is spice like safe for recreational use? Or
It can be pretty addictive.
Mm.
Like, it's definitely something that, like I would say it's maybe like, it's not like crack, like heroin levels,
Right.
but it's probably like that, like Molly level. Like,
So what we're getting
it
is
alters
that,
you
like,
enough that you're happy.
so
you
they
wanna do
kind of
more.
left caution to the
Two
wind.
people
Yeah.
have left something that seems odd. They
yeah,
Like
Yeah, absolutely.
their inhibitions were reduced, and they're like, I don't need to worry about anything. I'm just gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you see that. You see that in her room. There is a computer there. Like, she's got a personal computer. I don't know if someone wants to try to see if they can hack into that.
I'd definitely pop into that thing.
That's got a password, so you know her password.
Spice.
I love spice.
Spice World.
Spice Head 420.
Yes. Spice Girls.
I mean, what do you want me to? What kind of a role should I go for here?
I would say probably computer role.
I mean, I do have.
That would be my guess, but I'm just a lowly.
I don't have computers, but I have electronics.
I don't think.
yeah, electronics, computers.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got computers.
So here's a
I have
question:
computers.
If I was going to roll this, what do I add to the roll? Because I have a 1 in electronics, but I don't have anything in.
Let's see. Oh, you use a 1 if it's
One.
specifically you have a 1 in computers, right?
No, I have
Zero.
1 in electronics in general, but I have nothing
You
in.
should not have a 1 in electronics. You have to put
Well,
your
yeah,
one
then
in
I have in
special
comms and
sensors.
sensors. Then I
yeah.
guess.
So you'd have a 0 to this because you're
Okay, but
specifically a computer thing.
Gotcha. But so then I don't roll at a minus. I just don't.
Yep,
roll
you just
at
have a 0.
bonus.
Okay, so you want to. That's fine. You're hacking into a secure network. So electronics computer check. It's not a secure network. I'm just saying. So it'd be intelligence. So
All
this is gonna
right,
be a
so
10. This is gonna be a DM 10.
and I only got a
Or
plus
sorry,
1.
target number 10 for this. It'll be tough.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm
You-
unable to guess her password.
You try it so many times that it just shuts down. You can't do it anymore.
I tried
Avenue
1.
lost.
Nope. 2. No. 3. Nope. 4. Lock me out.
Yeah. And then you keep doing it, just adds time. Yeah, so you're not able to get anything on there.
Okay.
We will kind of like cut over to you guys searching through there. And maybe it's like a montage of you guys like going through both these rooms. Of note, what you find in Elisa's room, you see, kind of going through all her preliminary stuff.
Greg's porn.
Grex porn. Just tons of it.
Damn.
You find one of those baggies as well. You find about $15,000 in credit, like, credits lying on like a stick or something like that, hidden away. Again, these are all kind of like hidden underneath stuff. And you find a personal communication device, like a little phone that she has.
Wait, who is this? Who's this?
Alyssa.
Thank you.
And that's got a password on it as well. That someone, if you're gonna try.
I got
Maybe
this
I can-
one.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah, I was
don't.
gonna say,
Maybe
I had-
Blex can.
We pull up Blex and
Yeah.
we're like, hey, we couldn't get the last one, but maybe this one.
Yeah. So give me a roll on this there, Blexy, to get in here.
What do you prefer, Blex, or Blex
Okay.
3?
I like
No
you said
one
Blexy
calls
because now
me
I'm thinking
Blexy.
bringing Blexy back.
I like.
Damn.
I don't think he is used to like social interactions that much at all. So I think he's like he probably won't correct anybody on what they like. B3 Blex.
Blex the 3rd.
Blex the 3rd.
Blexington.
Blexley. Yeah, I don't think he.
Blex Squire.
Blex Lively.
I don't think he's really brave enough to like correct someone.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it was a computer check.
Yeah, I think comms would work too. I think because this is a comm unit, but
I got my bonuses are in computers.
yep,
So.
let's go with it.
I have a bonus in comp.
So it's gonna be a 10. Target number 10.
Okay.
It's a higher number. It's someone's personal thing.
So I forget, just because it's me catching up. So if the right role is computers, which is in the electronics category, and I have electronics 0, is it that it doesn't I don't help at all, or is it that I can and I use the electronics, or does it have to be like the right category?
You just don't get a bonus for it, but you don't get penalized.
Yeah, you have a 0 in electronics, so you'll roll with a 0. But if you have any points like in electronics, then that overrides there, and you'll use that specific one there.
So I can use an electronics for a computer, essentially a role. Or
Sure.
Okay, you're saying yes. I mean, I don't have to. I'm just asking you.
I mean, you can to get to computers. You have to. You can. It's just it's gonna be tougher, and you're not gonna get as much. If you have a computer, it's easier for you.
And if you have if you don't have anything there, it's at a -3.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well then, since it's a higher, it's tough to hack in. Like, I would like to help. Can I help?
How are you going to help here?
Oh, I don't know.
What's your
Like,
plan?
Let's just say that I'm like looking at the back end of the computer,
over his shoulder. Try this one.
yeah. Enhance. Yeah, just like the stock photos of a guy pointing at the screen and the other guy's like at the keyboard.
And I'm like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. I don't know. It's up to you. I was just saying.
I mean, yeah. If you want to give it a shot and go for it, but if you don't do good, you're going to hurt him. So
yeah.
but go for it.
No, I think it's
So target
intellect.
number 10.
Yeah, and intellect is the modifier, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Oh, nice. Yep. 10 on the die for a total of 11. Yep.
Okay, cool. So you're going to get a +2 to this guy here,
Okay.
There you go.
Mr.
Nice.
Mr. Blex.
Awesome. Teamwork.
Dream working.
Ooh. I did well. I got a 15.
15?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
Awesome. So you get into this personal number and the cell phone that she has. You guys figure out the code. Like maybe it's her birthday or something like that, or like you're able to.
I just make Brent fucking.
I love
force
spice.
it in.
Yeah. You start looking around and like maybe you see like a calendar date circled. You're like, what about this number? Kind of thing. And you get into this personal device, start typing away, and you see there are communications with a number. And when you cross-reference that number, it's the number that she called from the comm system on the
The
ship.
unknown number.
The unknown number.
Got it.
This number is just saved under the name Slad, like lad, but with an S before it.
Sounds like a real great guy.
And it just says landed. And then she sends back, sounds good. Good, or like, you're good. And then there's something that, like, maybe almost 2 hours later, there's another message like, hurry it up. Things are almost online.
From them?
From her to them.
Okay.
And then the message
2
comes back.
hours later, you said?
About 2 hours. And then and this is all from the day, with everything's lining up with this day when this blip happened. And then the message just comes back, it's like, we're good. Like, everything, we're in. Don't worry about it. And then there's a message back to her like, they picked you up. We'll take care of it. Get ready for us. And then there's just no messages after that.
Okay.
So
Why would she leave them behind?
That's a
So
good question.
weird. Were they taken by force?
Huh.
I think we need to call this Slad number.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think that's probably who we were talking to before.
could be.
Probably.
have been.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, we could send a message back without using her voice, like, because you can't like discern who's messaging. Well, I mean, if
But
they
if
have,
she's down there-
she's
I
down
take her
there,
phone
yeah.
and I text Slad you up.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Glory hole.
Yeah, I do think we should
Glory hole sushi.
try to communicate with them.
Yeah.
But before we call, he'd be like, okay, we all need to get on the same page on this. This feels sinister to me.
Yeah.
Sabotage.
Sabotage, definitely. I don't know what's happened to the rest of the crew, but clearly we can't trust Yasmin and Elisa.
Yeah.
What tactic do you think we should take with this Slad? Do we accuse him, or do we just play along with this little game?
Yeah, we could play stupid.
I think my character would probably be in the corner, like still flipping her coin, like deep in thought, and she's just like, "We don't owe these guys anything. We don't owe saving. We don't owe them. We can just go and report it and let the bigwigs handle it. We're not heroes. We're just here to do a service." And she's like still flipping her poker tip.
Yes, we're here just for a job, but now we're in a situation where we have to do something.
Yeah.
Gone.
Who's going to pay us if no one's here to do a job?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And she's like, she doesn't have a retort. She's still deep in thought.
Yeah.
She's like, still
She's
there.
not concerned about the pay.
So they don't know how many of us are here, right?
They don't.
So I think what we can do is kind of do a thing where we split up, or we have one or we just all go stealthily. But like, we could have one person kind of show up and play dumb, and then we could have others that are like detached and like watching from the sidelines and are able to do things more covertly.
So no matter what, we're gonna have to go down to that planet.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Sheraton 4, right?
Sheraton 4.
Should we call before we head down?
I say, I'm gonna kind of all on the same page. I'm gonna call this. Try to communicate with this Slad.
Are you using this phone that was
I'm
hidden
gonna-
in her
yes,
room?
I am.
Oh.
I would also like to say we shouldn't go together. We should take two, like one to go directly to the ship, and the other one somewhere offsite.
Sure. You got the Lizard Queen. You got another ship there you can use.
Good idea.
Okay. You call this number. So you're calling it from her phone.
Yes.
Okay.
I think at this point, like, it's subtleties out the window.
Sure.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. You dial this number in. Call goes through. I don't know what the space sounds. I don't know what a call sounds like when it goes that far, but it's going to take a little bit to get down to
Yeah, a little bit of a delay.
Exactly. And eventually you hear, like, clearly somebody pick up on the other line. And we'll see what they say next week.
Mouth breather.
Mouth
Ooh.
Sup, this is Slad.
Wow, 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 wow.
As we record this, so this will be in the future, Kendrick Lamar released a new album. and it's really, really good.
Ooh.
And if you haven't listened to it, you should go listen to it.
I'll listen on my way home.
It's really good. It's called GNX.
My
It's on everything. I listened to it on SoundCloud because I no longer pay for Spotify. And so I had to find it somewhere.
I actually don't know if I'm paying for Spotify right now.
I stopped with Spotify because I think the amount they give artists is really shitty, and I don't want to support them in that sense.
That's fair. The reason I don't know is because my debit card got hacked. I had to get a new one.
Tight.
Yeah, that's the
And
worst.
so I'm still going through that process of all my auto.
Once they pop up saying not paid,
Yeah.
it's the worst.
yeah.
That'll like bite you because like you'll forget about that one, and then it will like mess you up because they're like, oh well, we couldn't charge you or something.
Mine was the state or the city Bonnie Lake
Oh.
for water and sewer. Like I totally forgot that we paid that. But it's like, oh well, you didn't pay your water bill. It's like, fuck, goddamn,
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then it's like the stupid process to get in there. I don't remember any of my shit.
Yeah.
It's like, just
That's the hassle.
I thought Oh, sorry, I didn't.
I'll say like that's been the hassle. Like I don't remember a lot of my like logins and passwords. So
Yeah.
if it's just auto done.
Yeah.
It's like instead of just going in and being able to update my card, I've got to like I forgot my password. Got to
Right.
do all that whole process for everything.
Done.
And I thought there was a good solution with there's like this service called privacy.com, which is essentially virtual credit cards where theoretically you could use one virtual credit card for a bunch of services and then just like swap it out. That way you're updating one thing. But that also means that the people who use your credit card details like still have that card number. So I don't actually think that's a solution.
I don't trust that because someone's going to hack that site.
Right, exactly.
Like
So,
LastPass, everyone's like, "Oh, use LastPass," and they got hacked. I'm like, "No, I'm not going to use any goddamn. I'm not storing anything that I think is pertinent on the internet. Like, that's just not going to happen. Like, I don't care how secure your servers are.
Yeah.
You're going to get fucking hacked. Like, that's just day and age. Like,
yeah.
Anyways,
Anywho,
I would still recommend something like KeePass or LastPass, just because like the LastPass breach, they got the decrypted passwords, but they'd have to brute force it, and in the time that they notify you of that breach, all you have to do is change your master password, and you're good because there's no way they can brute force it that quickly.
Yet
And now, right? Yeah, AI is gonna that actually, but like, so yeah,
AI is gonna make that real different.
Yeah. So, anyways, like that's what I do. Anyways, I just want to like say that it's like it's bad, but it's not
it's
bad,
it's 100% a personal thing. It's
Yeah.
it's nothing against the service there. It's like I don't trust it.
Yeah.
Like plenty of people use it and haven't had an issue with it. Like it's a good solid solution. I understand that. It's just I can't get over the hang up of like this is eventually going to get hacked, and I don't want all that stuff out there.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like every other thing that's been hacked.
Yeah,
So
I know we got one of them in the room, but my fucking PSN account, holy shit, I got to get everything off that bad boy because like it's like every 6 fucking months.
Yep.
What is happening?
They do. Yeah, they have.
I've been pretty good. I don't think I've ever had mine.
I mean, I'm overreacting. It has happened about 3 times.
Yeah. Mine was
I've
Reddit.
never had it.
Like I had a Reddit account back in the day, and then I deleted it, and then every month I would get an email, welcome to Reddit, and someone would be using my email address to create like a fake account on Reddit.
Huh.
So then I'd have to go into Reddit, I'd have to change my password to fuck you, and then I'd have to go on their website and then delete that account that was just made under my name.
Wow.
To the point that I just made a Reddit account again just to have one, so I stopped getting these emails.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
So,
that was why. So it was only happening because you didn't have an email.
So if anybody wants to hang out with me on Reddit, it's Gonta's Killer Nuts. Since Totoro's Bang Bus was taken because that was my previous one, and I deleted it, and it's out there forever.
Damn.
So
I've been deleting all my the Twitter or whatever it's named now. I don't really fucking know. I deleted
Twitter.
that. I
Fuck Twitter.
deleted DeviantArt. Just been deleting everything.
Yeah.
That's just been like your privacy is not very good with us. We're just gonna sell your information. You're gonna take it, and I'm like,
I made us a Blue Sky for the podcast.
You did?
I've been posting on there.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like the new Twitter.
Yeah.
It's
like,
made by the guy who made Twitter.
Yeah, I thought that was Mastodon.
I thought he did Blue Sky.
I don't fucking know.
A lot of people made Twitter,
Anyways,
so they probably split up.
It's
Yeah.
just like our generation. It's crazy to growing up with all this technology and all of us taking such huge advantage of it. And now we're all like adults. And we're all like, fuck this.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want any of this in my fucking
The
life.
kids, like, I feel bad for my kids because I know what the internet is. And I'm like, no, you're not talking to random people on the internet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Versus my parents, like, fucking, we were playing on Game Radar or Game Spy before, like, Xbox Live was a thing. You could hook it up and play against other people on Halo through all this, like, backwards channel bullshit. And the racism, I mean, you heard the racism on Xbox, but the dumb
and
shit that
change,
people yelled at you on that shit.
I actually
It's wild.
found one of the ads on this whole podcast I listen to has some wholesome ads. They're usually good ads in terms of like they curate which people they have ads. And one of them was like a social media for kids that is heavily policed against. Like they vet accounts and they have like they make sure that there's no the enforcement. So I forget what it was called, but there are like if you're like, well, my kid's gonna do social media things, and if you're gonna do it, you can do it in like this closed garden. That's a little bit better.
I'm just not gonna let that.
I think that sounds good on paper, but that also sounds to me like exactly the kind of service a pedophile would make.
Absolutely. That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Real.
No, the boys don't have YouTube stuff. We have monitor what they watch there. Like I said, like they can't talk to anybody when they play games. It's only if they know people when we let them talk with people.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but I feel bad because like I know what's out there. I know how gross. Like they get mad at me because I won't let them play Roblox. And they're like, well, why? I was like, because you're gonna have unfettered access to people who can do fucked up shit. Like, no,
I don't even get what Roblox is.
Yeah, nobody does.
Like, nobody does.
It's shit.
It's dumb.
It's everything and nothing.
Well,
it's like what Fortnite is now, like all the different mini games and stuff, but like shitty Lego graphics.
But it's like I feel like adults, like crazy weird adults, play it.
Yeah, like Sonic fandom.
Yeah. I've just
That's
never
the reason
gotten
you don't let the kids go to the internet.
good
Access to the Sonic fandom.
Yeah, no.
Keep them away from that.
Well, like what's wild to me is what's most popular on Roblox was like this dressing sim where you just like pick your clothes. That's it. Like that's the game. You just pick your clothes.
Just a doll simulator.
Yeah, like I went to Twitch and like these people were just chatting with their chat and like they're just sitting there in this like game meant for like kids. That's like this most popular mod. It's just like you go up to this thing dressing, you change your skirt, and you're good. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I'd let my kid play
weird
Grand Theft Auto before I let my kid just chat with like dudes playing a dress up sim. On
like
Roblox.
each of the kids,
I
like
don't get it.
Numerous times have been like, I want to start a YouTube channel.
No,
I was like, okay, what are you gonna call it? Okay. What artwork you can use? You got to create a logo. Who's going to do your logo? Like how much you know how much a logo costs? I'm like trying to like break down. Like you're investing this much money. You're going to use my computer,
right?
Like so you're going to use my computer to do it. So then you know how much time it takes to edit a video? And they're like, no. I'm like, exactly. I'm not editing this shit for you.
And the software it takes.
Exactly. I'm like, you guys, you don't understand how much it's going to cost.
Insane that it's a fame thing.
Yeah.
Like instead of like, oh, like I make a funny video of like my friend skateboarding. Like that's like you just make a funny video.
CKY.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think everybody here had like aspirations. Like I want to be in a band.
Yeah.
It's like
now it has changed to like YouTube makes you famous.
Yes.
If you are big.
Yeah.
People will make you
My
famous.
cousin their kid has one where he just opens Pokemon packs and he has like he's got like 500 or 600 followers.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gross.
Weird.
I don't
no, it's wild.
They also voted for Trump, which is weird. But I guess they like exploiting people. But whatever.
David can make the next Skibbity toilet.
No. I hate that I fucking know that word.
What if he's the Walmart Yodel kid? That's a little different.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a little different.
Costco boys or whatever, Costco gang.
The what?
What? No, not the Costco family.
What the fuck are you saying?
No, the kid who yodeled in Walmart and he blew up. Gordon Ramsay or whatever the kid's name
does like the finger guns, like the twist finger guns with the cowboy hat.
Yes, and now he has a country singing career. No. That to me seems different. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Because my name is so unique. I was like, and this is like a while ago. I was getting a lot of like the same. So and so try to log into your account. Is this you? Right. Because I have the same name and it's spelled uniquely. I'm easy to find, so I just took off my name on the internet, and I don't have like the same name on different platforms. Like I changed it up, like Dandy. I'm not gonna say
right. I noticed that. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want people to find me. And since I did that, no one's tried to log into my account. I'm not the same person on every platform. And I'm like, sweet, awesome. No one can find me now. I don't want to be famous. Leave me the fuck alone.
No, that actually is real. Like you shouldn't reuse passwords. You shouldn't reuse usernames if you can help it. Which I don't follow. But
I'm absolutely not ever going to give up Totoro's Bang Bus.
I use the same username and almost the same password for everything.
Yeah. So if you talk about your PSN account, like I bet you reuse that password. Yeah,
I almost guaranteed. Yeah. Well, I've changed it since then, but it's not so different that someone can't fucking figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
That and your recovery details too.
Yeah, that is an old name that I've reused, and going forward, I'm never not going to be Harold Manback on a service.
Absolutely,
always going to be.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you find it like Gaunt's Killer's Nuts is like that's the backup. That's backup.
Yeah.
I've also thought of Glory Holt for my Discord, but I don't want to pay to change my profile to Captain Holt. But we'll get there.
Yep.
Yeah, Glory Holt is pretty good.
That's really good. I tried to give that to you.
I know you did, but I like what I have.
I know
now.
you did. All right, we should play a game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
we're here for a reason.
We
We're
are.
vibing. We're vibing.
We're a Just Chatting podcast now.
that's all we are. We just talk.
We're actually a Red Pill podcast. Meescha,
Yeah.
get out. It's Trad Life Talk only.
Oh my god. Hilarious.
I got no
No
retort.
game, just bad vibes.
I've just been watching crazy YouTube videos of those fucking Red Pill podcasts. I'm like, you guys are fucking psychopaths. But
Yeah, I had to stop. I deleted Reddit after the election because I'm like, I just can't. I don't want to be in this world right now.
No, it's bad.
Fug them.
Yep. So it's I'm not excited for what's gonna come.
No, it's all
gonna suck.
hyperbole all the time.
The only good thing that's come of this is everybody dunking on Matt Gaetz. Like that has been good.
Yeah.
I
Like
love that.
everybody shitting on that worthless
sucks.
human being.
I hate him.
Fucking
So
I stopped listening to
butthead-looking
NPR.
motherfucker.
It's been great for me.
Yeah.
well, that's like I stopped
Stop
all.
what?
I purposely stopped watching all media. Like I used to go. Like the only site I go to is Axios. It's the only website I go to.
I don't even. Yeah.
What is
But
that?
it's like a website. It's a pretty moderate website where.
Right.
But anyways.
Axios sounds pretty far right to me.
Yeah, true.
Well, there's a news page that like Kursk's referenced where it's like it literally shows you both sides, and it's literally meant to go like here's what the left
The
news
grid.
looks like,
Yeah.
here's what the right news looks like, and then here's like the shared correct facts
Yeah.
between them, and it literally like does heavily curated
media bias. There's like media bias check and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
anytime I go to a website, I'll go to the media bias site and I'll look them up and see where their biases lie, so I know going into it what to expect.
good, yeah.
And Axios is like pretty center. I think they're a little left leaning, but nothing like
Yeah.
crazy like Trump's gonna get your baby
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Yeah.
But no, like because you realize after the election that CNN, NBC, and all of them did this. In my opinion, none of them fact checked and held him accountable for any of this fucked up shit he said. And they did it because they got ratings by talking about him, and they led to this happening.
Yeah.
They have
Yep.
just as much of a
Seriously.
hand in this as anybody else.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to support that shit
News
anymore.
Corp,
Like,
baby.
My whole thing
Yep.
is like
billionaires
I
helping billionaires.
stopped keeping up with the news because it was really putting me in like
Yeah.
a terrible
No.
mental space, and I
That's by design.
understand that I am lucky enough and privileged enough to
Sure.
live in a space where
Right.
it really doesn't affect me all that much. But the only argument I have for that is I was a punk. I'm always gonna be a fucking punk.
Yeah.
I've never fucking liked the government. I'm never gonna fucking like the government. On both fucking sides.
Yeah,
We-
yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
exactly.
The
talking
whole
about-
time.
I
I
was talking
fuck
about-
all
that's-
of it. It's
yeah.
so
Fuck 'em,
fucking,
that's why.
yeah,
Yeah.
that- I'm
Yeah, that's
never.
real.
The only thing I'm gonna do in my fucking life is use my fucking power in this country
Yeah.
to vote for the lesser evil.